For this week's Wellbeing Wednesday, I want to spend a few minutes talking about the impacts of elevation and altitude on our sleep. We know that high altitude can be characterized by poor subjective sleep quality, insomnia happening even for individuals that typically don't experience insomnia, increased awakenings, frequent brief arousals where we're up in the middle of the night. Also, we can see something called hypoxemia, which is going to happen where we have low levels of oxygen in the blood. Individuals will experience things like headache, difficulty breathing. It can simulate altitude sickness, but even once somebody goes through the process of acclimatization, we can still see, which usually takes about 1 to 3 days, we can still see insomnia persisting. Something else that many people experience is a condition called periodic breathing. So the low oxygen levels create higher levels of carbon dioxide for the individual. And so that causes the body to start breathing faster and harder to get rid of the carbon dioxide. Once that's quickly reduced, then the individual's breathing will slow down and they could even stop breathing, which then causes a new buildup of carbon dioxide. And we see this happening over and over again. The good news is that there are many ways to be able to treat this altitude-induced insomnia. And it is going to be important, one, to recognize that the effects of alcohol are going to be exacerbated. So in general, trying to reduce the amount of alcohol, caffeine, increasing hydration. There are medications that your prescribing providers could prescribe for you, including, for instance, acetazolamide, which is a diuretic that is typically used for individuals with heart conditions to help to keep the fluid from building up for individuals when they're having this altitude-induced impacts on their body and their system. We also know that in general, being able to take those breaks, to be able to pay attention to your breathing, to be able to maybe spend the first 2-3 days not being as physically active, to be able to let the body that opportunity to acclimatize as well. But also knowing that the insomnia will pass. It's not something that will stand for a long test of time as you do start to acclimatize, and being able to be kind to your body, to pay attention, to take those opportunities for breathing breaks and resting, and to increase hydration. Be well.